I love it. So the NBA is cooking. It is getting there. Tonight, if you're watching this too, Jayson Tatum is making his long-awaited return from Achilles injury, surgery, whatever you want to call it. Davis, it's only been 10 months. 10 months since he's come back. This is wild. An Achilles injury 2 years ago, 3 years ago, even shorter maybe, was at least a year injury for every sport. Jayson Tatum has made it back in 10 months. He's been doing a weird NBC documentary where he's like, I didn't come back to be a role player, doc. And you're like, okay, dude, you're like, a top 10 player in the NBA. No crap. It's going to take him some time, though. It's probably going to take him at least an entire year, entire season to get back. But, even if Jayson Tatum's at 50% power, 30% power, that's a big boost to a Boston Celtics team that's already a top 3 seed in the Eastern Conference, a team that has looked a lot better than people thought. People were like, Boston and Indiana are going to be, just giving up on the season. They're going to go for a draft pick. No. Jaylen Brown is playing out of his dang mind this year. I heard people talking about him like Zach Lowe and these other ringer guys being like, is he an MVP candidate? Like, wow. He's had a fantastic year.
He's definitely just outside of that. Like if we're putting NBA guys in the college basketball tiers, like yes, there's Wemby, there's SGA and Jokic, but Jaylen Brown's right behind there. Like he's in that B tier.
And Cade Cunningham. Do not forget about Cade Cunningham.
I would put Cade's. I would put.
He's at the top tier.
Cade at the top tier.
He is
below all those guys, but he's in the top tier.
I disagree. Cade Cunningham has Detroit Pistons. Obviously, if you're looking up the YouTube, we have the odds for the finals up right now, and they're below 2 Eastern Conference teams. 3 teams: the Cavs, Knicks, and Celtics. But like they are the number 1 seed in the East, and the Pistons are playing great. Jalen Duren's a great player. But like Cade Cunningham is fully carrying this team. And I get into this every time where you're like, the award is called the most valuable player. Who's the most valuable player? And like, if you're going to go off of that, in my opinion, it is Cade Cunningham. Because if you take Cade Cunningham out of that team, they're not a top 5 seed in the East, top 6 in the East.
For sure. I don't think I need to see it on a game-to-game basis, though. Fair. Like we've seen the games where he puts up 40 and 15, and it's like, oh my god, like he is maybe the best point guard,
best American, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, whatever. But then you see games like the other night, he put up like 14 and 8, and it's like they won. Cool, but the stats don't show, and it's more than just stats. I feel like me and you both realize that it's more than just stats. On the floor, he is an impact on the offensive and defensive side. But I think that when you look at guys like SGA, when you look at guys like Jokic is a walking triple-double. Like, what you're going to get from him. I just think Cade needs to put it out there more on a game-to-game basis. But
especially as we get closer to the playoffs.
For sure. This Pistons team, I think I told you this last week, they are just fully running off the power of friendship right now. And they are so good. They really would actually probably be my pick in the Eastern Conference right now, just looking at the odds board value-wise. But I think that there's going to be a lot of trouble with a healthy Harden, healthy Mitchell, and Cleveland.
Cavs are good,
obviously, the Celtics, like we just said. But Ethan, we talked about this last week too. Does Jayson Tatum, is it really that helpful that he's coming back, or does it maybe limit Jaylen Brown? Like, how do you think the mesh is going to happen now? He's coming in with, a month left in the regular season.
He'll have a little time to ramp up for sure, get his legs under him, whatever that means, having burst your Achilles 10 months ago. But I really think this is going to be a plus. People forget when the Celtics won the championship over the Mavs, Tatum was not playing out of his mind. He was being a very all-around player. I think he averaged 8 or 9 assists in that series. Like, he has the ability to change his game to not just be, Jayson Tatum, the scorer who's trying to be like Kobe Bryant. He has the ability to be a very all-around player. Obviously, we have to see what his burst is like, what his basketball IQ is like. He's not going to be able to pick up steals and coverages right away. Missoula is going to be on his ass for sure. But I do think Jayson Tatum, in whatever volume that he comes back, is going to be a positive. Unfortunately, I am not a fan of the Celtics, but I am a fan of basketball. And I think it is more fun when the Celtics are good and when Jayson Tatum's good, because everyone's been talking about the East isn't good, blah, blah, blah. This makes the Eastern Conference playoffs so much more interesting. Speaking of the Eastern Conference playoffs, there's a team that we have not talked about that if you were just looking at the YouTubes and you saw the odds, they were not on that. The Charlotte Hornets, Davis. are a top 5 team in the East right now. They are playing out of their damn minds. So they have won they've won 6 straight games by 15 points, the longest streak by any team since the 2017-2018 Golden State Warriors, tied for the second longest streak in NBA history. And then they're 21-9 in the year 2026. First in offensive rating, 5th in defensive rating, 1st in net rating, 1st in three-pointers made, 1st in three-point percentage, 1st in free throw percentage, 1st in rebound percentage, 1st in second chance point percentage. This team is very, very good. People are going to sleep on them because if you go to ESPN right now and you're like, Charlotte Hornets, what are they talking about? I haven't really heard about them. They're the 9 seed right now. I understand that. They have been on an absolute roll. I think they've won like 20 of the last 22. I really, really think that maybe outside of the Pistons, maybe the Celtics, depending on what they're like, I think the Hornets could beat the Knicks. I think they could beat the Raptors. I think they could beat the Cavs possibly. Like, LaMelo Ball is maturing before our eyes. People, they watch LaMelo Ball and they're like, he's playing like an all-star game. He's shooting off 1 foot. He's not taking it seriously. He is getting to a point in his career where he is a very, very, very good player. He's a positive on the court. Obviously, we can talk about Con Knipple. Looks like the second coming of Klay Thompson. Just shoots the lights out at an efficient rate. And then also Brandon Miller is also turning a corner. He's looking like super Paul George. He's playing both ends of the floor. He's shooting the 3-ball really well. But a guy that nobody's talking about, Davis, is Moussa Diabate. Arguably like one of the best big man centers or whatever you want to call it this season. He's probably not going to get All-NBA love. He's probably not going to get like something special at the end of the year. But I believe I saw that like in the last 4 months, he's like a plus 20 net rating on the court. This guy is all over the place. He's not the tallest guy. He's not the biggest guy on the court, but he doesn't back down. If you saw the Pistons Hornets scrum, he went right after Jalen Duren, and he is a rebound machine. He plays both ends of the floor. They play a lot of good pick and roll stuff. I'm sorry. I could go on about the Hornets forever. And then Kobe White coming off the bench has been awesome. Like, this team could make some noise. If you want to talk about them winning the East, that's probably a step too far, especially because they are a 9 seed. Like, if they somehow get past the Sixers to the 6 seed, now we're talking. But right now, watch out for the Charlotte Hornets. If you want to, not something people love, bet the Hornets to win their division. I know nobody should hang banners for NBA divisions, but it's probably a juicy number, Davis.
It was a juicy number about a month ago. I don't know what it is right now. I can find
the books are caught up. I think you're right.
Yeah, but I will say, like, some of these people that I listen to, some of their early preseason favorite bets of the year were the Hornets to win. What do you think their win total was this year? Let's actually start with that.
I think it was like 32, 33.
Yeah, it was like 27.5. So this team's obviously playing much better than they've been expecting to. But I'm going to say that I think they're 1 year early. I think next 100%. Year is definitely their year. And I'm going to be honest,
winning a championship, yeah.
To being even potential Eastern Conference, like the team that comes out of the Eastern Conference. Because like I just said, the Eastern Conference is very tough this year. But I completely agree with everything you're saying. Diabate is an absolute menace down low. But I'm going to tell you right now, I think this team's Brandon Miller's at this point. I wouldn't disagree. So good, and he's been very good with the rock. Obviously, shooting it really well, but like I feel like they are trusting him more with the ball, more and more. And I come this time next year, again, we're going to be seeing LaMelo Ball. All these guys are putting up like 15, 18, 20 points per game too. Like if they just make one more ad in the offseason, if they actually go out and spend the money like no small market team does, they can definitely rival some of these top teams in the East.
100%. They're a really fun team to watch. I would agree. Brandon Miller's been played out of his mind, but just something to look at.
Yep.
I could talk about the